When you get into a career or you finish college, oftentimes people think that you stop learning or you stop educating. But in the mortgage industry, it's an ever-changing industry, and everyone's situation is not the same. So, over the last 90 days, I've gone through a number of books, and just want to share with you kind of breakdown of what they are. This YouTube book, which is teaching me about social marketing and how the actual platforms work. These are three books. They're mortgage-related books. The other two I don't necessarily endorse, but the first one just basically kind of shows you a successful mortgage industry and what kinds of things are involved with that. First-time home buyer, obviously got to keep on touch of that. That is the biggest base of borrowers that we see, and most of my questions come from first-time home buyers. So it's always good to know kind of where those questions come from, and what kind of things to be prepared for. Endless Referrals. This is a book that I've had, probably 10 years. Just picked it up again. It teaches basically relationships and marketing and systems to have in place for that. 7 Levels of Communication is a communications book that I need to get better at. Stop saying and that kind of stuff. It's not really a speech book, but it is a way to communicate on a deeper level so that people go from your outer, basically outer areas of just kind of prospect or acquaintance into inner level, into deep relationships and that kind of stuff. This is a book called Fanatical Prospecting, and I saw somebody post on Facebook, what books are you reading now? And this book came back as a number of times as a book to be read, and it's got some great information. It pulls from a lot of different sources. It does pull from this source. It pulls from Influence by Cialdini, and so it pulls a lot of different sources together in one book. So if you are out looking for how to increase your prospecting, how to increase your customer base, it's a good book to pick up. And I have all those books sitting on this book right here, which is the Bible, Holy Bible. And the reason I have it sitting on this book is the foundation of what I believe and the way that I run my business and the way I interact with clients is based on biblical principles. So when you get into some of these books and you find stuff that doesn't align with who you are as a person, you kick those ideas out and keep the stuff that's good. But if you don't know what's in here, you don't know whether or not something they're teaching you is something that's good and healthy for both you and your client, or it's something to manipulate so that you win and they lose. And so one of the things that I had a conversation with a guy in a conference store the other day, and question I asked him is, how many Bible verses do you think are quoted, either a piece of it or in full at every church service? And he's like, I don't know, probably 5. So, yeah, I would guess somewhere between 5 and 10. So how many verses are in the Bible? He's like, I have no clue. And the number's like 11,500 something. And so if you do 5 verses every day, every service, there's 52 services a week. There's 2 that are Christmas and Easter every year. So those services are exactly the same every year. But it would take you 89 years for your church to read through a Bible. Okay, now there are Bible studies and that kind of stuff, but what the point of that is that as a people we see things going on in the world and kind of question what's going on, how's this happening, why is it happening? And the reality of it is, it comes down to is people are biblically illiterate and basically trying to feed themselves off of those short little 52 sermons every week. So anyway, I hope that helps. If there's any questions you have about any of the books I'm reading, why I read them, what's in them, you want to get together, maybe do a book study, feel free to put a message down there. And if you would like, comment, share, I would greatly appreciate it. Have a great day. Be blessed.